I'm Stu Cohen on 103.9 The Fox. In the news today, for driving in the Chicago area, you won't encounter the dangerous conditions in many other parts of the country today, especially from Texas to Kentucky. In southern Illinois, winter is pounding the area. And in Lake Zurich at a Walmart, someone dropped 4 gold coins in a Salvation Army kettle. The coins are worth $5,200. That's just a small part of the news that I do on 103.9 The Fox and Star 105.5, located in Crystal Lake, Illinois. Now, that's probably, and I haven't counted, the 60,000th newscast that I've done in my career, which has gone about 40 years or so. I hope to hit at least another 10 years. But I can go back to the very first newscast, and I did that when I was on campus at Southern Illinois University in Carbondale. It was at a station called WYEN, and I was extremely nervous. And I wrote this in my book, the WYEN Experience, this story, because a lot of people, either they'll do news or they'll be interviewed at some point, and they'll say, gosh, I'm so nervous. And I can identify with that because I didn't have any idea what hyperventilating was all about. And I had my little chance in this small room, this little newsroom with a microphone. I put my headphones on, 5 minutes of news. After a very short time, I couldn't breathe and talk at the same time. And I was just starting to hyperventilate, and I was starting to get really dizzy, and I barely got through the 5 minutes. And I have never forgotten that experience. It got a little better over time, but overall, in 40 years, you adapt, you learn how to get around all these different kinds of things. And that's, like I said, it's one of the stories that I did in the WYEN Experience, which is, talks about my early career when I was at WIDB and WSIU, and then when I transitioned to WYEN Radio, the things I encountered with my news there, such as I had a swallowing problem and I had a lack of confidence. But those are additional things you have to overcome to continue in the business if you want to do that. And I wrote that in the book. I talked about what it was like to do news way back when, because it's totally different. It was completely different. Today we have digital equipment. Back then everything was hands-on. With a grease pencil, you'd get a razor blade and a cutting block, and you'd have to put stuff together. It was just so different. And one of the reasons why I wrote the book is to talk about a time long gone. But it all really started with that very first newscast, because even though I had such trouble, it hooked me into getting into this business. And I want you to know that you can get an autographed copy of my book. And you just all you have to do is go to the WYENExperience.com, and you indicate that you want the book, and then we'll work that out. Or you can find me, on the social media sites. You can read about the blogs that I write, what my experiences were like. You can see the pictures. I've got a number of pictures in the book with actors, actresses, people that worked at the radio station WYEN. So you can see that. You can also go to facebook.com/WYEN Experience or twitter.com/WYEN Experience. These are the ways that you can learn about what's going on with the book, the WYEN Experience.